Creating a simple game. The game is about decorating the Christmas tree with various items like ball, bells, heart, holly, star, etc. and showcasing a happy boy and a cake along with him. The figure shows some decorative items as sprites which when clicked get decorated on the Christmas tree except holly, hat and cake. Sprites holly and cake are shown beside the tree when each one is clicked. The sprite hat will be placed on James' head when it is clicked. The code also specifies the initial position of each sprite when the green flag is clicked. The output of the game. Operators. These blocks are color-coded as light green. Operators blocks are used to do arithmetic and logical calculations. Blocks in the operators category are oval and hexagon in shape. Arithmetic operators. Scratch has 4 operators that allow you to do arithmetic calculations. These are addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Look at the code to use addition block. Similarly, you can use the other blocks to perform subtraction, multiplication, and division. Relational operators. Scratch has 3 operators that allow you to compare the relationship between 2 values or variables. It will compare 2 numbers and decide whether it is true or false. The 3 relational operators are 1. Greater than. Example, when green flag clicked, if 1000 is greater than 200, then say 1000 is bigger. 2. Less than. When green flag is clicked, if 40 is less than 100, then say 40 is smaller. 3. Equal to. When green flag is clicked, if 100 is equal to 100, then say both are equal. Logical operators. Using logical operators, you can combine 2 or more relational operators to produce a single true/false result. These blocks allow you to further refine your comparison of values. Operator. Meaning. 1. And. The result is true only if the 2 expressions are true. 2. Or. The result is true only if either of the expressions is true. 3. Not. The result is true only if the expressions is false. Variables. Variables are used to hold values. These are the data values for which the value can be changed when the code is being processed. There are 2 ways in which the values can be assigned to the variables, by the programmer and by the user. In Scratch, the variables can be created using data blocks. To create a variable, follow these steps. Step 1. Click on Data category of blocks. Step 2. Click on Make a Variable button to open the new variable dialog box. Step 3. Type a suitable name, for example, N1 for the variable in the variable name text box. Step 4. Select an option specifying whether the variable is to be created for all sprites or for this sprite only. Step 5. Click on OK button. This will make available some new blocks below Make a Variable button in Data category of blocks. The table below shows the blocks and their functions. Set N1 to 0. Declares the value for the variable created. Change N1 by 1. Changes the value of the variable by a defined number. Show variable N1. Displays variable on the stage. Hide variable N1. does not display variable on the stage. The variable created is placed on the stage at a new place. In the blocks area, the variable name is checked by default. Clicking on the check mark will uncheck the variable and remove it from the stage. Example: Aman wants to find the quotient when 12 is divided by 5. The steps to do this are: Step 1. Delete the cat sprite and add a new sprite, Abby, from the library. Step 2. Click and drag when green flag clicked from the events block to the stage. Step 3. From the data category, click on Make a Variable button. Step 4. In the variable name dialog box, type N1 as the variable name. Step 5. Click on OK button. Step 6. Repeat steps 3 to 4 to create two more variables, N2 and quotient. Step 7. Click and drag Set Quotient to 0 block to script area. Step 8. Click on the drop-down arrow and select N1. Step 9. Set the value of N1 as 12. Step 10. Repeat steps 7 to 9 to set the value of N2 as 5. Step 11. Repeat steps 7 to 9 to use the variable quotient. Step 12. Drag division block to the slot to set value of quotient. Step 13. Drag the variable blocks of N1 and N2 to fit in the slots 1 and 2 respectively of the division block. Step 14. Click on the flag button to run the program. Conditions. The statements that are executed on the basis of decision take from a choice are called conditional statements. The conditional statement used in Scratch is the if statement. The if statement has two variants: if then and if then else. These statements are provided in Scratch from control category of blocks. The if then block checks the given condition. If the condition is true, the code inside the C space will be activated. If the condition is false, the control will come out of the if then block and move to the next blocks in the sequence. Suppose we want to check whether a person is a senior citizen or not. The code for this can be defined using if, then, as, but this code does not give an output if the age of the person is less than or equal to 60 years. For such situations, when two different outputs are to be specified for two conditions, we use if then else block. In this block, if the condition is true, the code inside the first C space will be activated. If the condition is false, the code inside the second C space will be activated. Sensing blocks. The blocks in the sensing category help the selected sprite to detect the presence of other sprites or other elements on the stage, including the edges of the stage. The blocks in the sensing category are color-coded as light blue. Some of the blocks included in the sensing category are shown alongside. The table below shows some important sensing blocks and their functions. Touching mouse pointer becomes true when the sprite touches the mouse pointer or the edge of the stage, defined by clicking on the drop-down arrow. Touching color, purple, becomes true when the sprite touches a defined color. Color red is touching color green, becomes true when color 1 touches color 2. Key space pressed becomes true when a defined key is pressed on the keyboard. Ask what's your name and wait asks a question from the user and waits for the answer. Answer stores the answer or input given by the user. Let us develop a simple program where the cat sprite moves towards a basketball when right arrow key is pressed. The code for the cat sprite can be similar to this. Storing user input. The program can also be developed to take input from the user. Earlier, we developed a program to divide 12 by 5. Scratch gives an option to take input from the user also. To develop a program to divide two numbers and find the quotient, define the script of the sprite as: when the program is run, a small text input box opens at the bottom of the stage. Type the value of the variable and press Enter key or click on the tick mark symbol on the right side of the text box. The final output of the program will be similar to this. We can also make the sprite speak the answer by joining text and string. For this, we need to use this code for the sprite Abby. The output of the code will be similar to this depending upon the input of the user. Loops. All the programs or projects developed till now ran only once. If you want to run a set of statements more than once, you will either run the code again or write the script again. In Scratch, we can save our time and effort by repeating the code without writing the program again or writing the script again. The automatic running of a set of instructions more than once is called looping. The blocks for looping are given in control category. The repeat block is used to run a set of instructions for a specified number of times. Repeat 10. The repeat until block is used to run a set of instructions till a condition is satisfied. Repeat until. The forever block is used to run a set of instructions continuously until stopped. The instructions inside this block will be executed in a loop until the stop button is clicked by the user. The repeat and repeat until blocks can be used to display the table of a number input by the user. The script for the sprite can be like this, using repeat until block.